That's everything.
Bumping and banging.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. Ladies and gentlemen, we got John Legend up in here.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
So excited.
I remember our first sit down with John Legend. It was like, man, what is legendary about this guy? You know? And now when we sit down and we talk about John
Legendary
Legend,
arrogance.
oh, no. But you know what, man? You always been A1 since day one. And now, brother, like, just talented. You know what I'm saying? But now we also seeing that there's slashes. There's you making sure that you creating worlds not just for you but for others, man.
Yeah.
And the first thing I gotta say, man, is the Underground.
Yes.
Now, how did you get involved with the show Underground?
So the creators of the show, Misha Green and Joe Pakaski, they have been writing together on other shows, on Heroes, and Misha had written on Sons of Anarchy.
So sick.
And they decided they wanted to do a show about the Underground Railroad. And they knew there hadn't been another television series about it. There hadn't been a major film about it. And it's such an important part of American history.
Yes, sir.
Important part of our story. And they said we should write a show about it. And they developed a script and they reached out to us. I have a production company called Get Lifted Film Company.
Go ahead now.
And we developed film and television projects. And they reached out to us with this script and wanted us to get involved. And I love the script. I love the idea of doing this show because I know some people are like hesitant to do something about slavery again.
Yeah.
But this is about heroism. This is about liberation. This is about people with courage that decided they weren't going to take it anymore.
Was it a no-brainer, John Legend, for you
Yeah.
to put your brand with that? You know how
I loved it. I loved the
it.
idea. The script was so smart and beautiful.
Yes.
And I'm a student of history anyway, so I love things that really tell stories from our perspective.
Were you afraid of somebody else also telling this story?
Yeah, I wanted us to be able to tell it and
Right.
have a team that really respected the stories of the slaves and told it from their perspective.
Are you happy with the project and the product and the way it came out? Is it just what you were thinking?
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of it. We worked on it. We would have music and editing meetings every week just to get it right.
So you hands-on. You're not just
Yeah,
like,
with this
here's my
particular
name
project.
and I'm gone.
Especially with
one.
this project. This is the first dramatic series that we've done. And I wanted to be in there every week and get involved in making sure it came out exactly right so we could all be proud of it.
In the trailer, you guys use a Kanye West song. Are you going to see that more in the season where
Yeah.
the music is modern?
Yeah, some of the music is modern. We also wrote some songs that were more of that period. But we wanted to mix in modern music because we felt like the action on the screen is so urgent and there's so much energy going on. There's so much intrigue and suspense. And we wanted the music to be able to match that.
How do you get around Hollywood now with people knowing that you have this show? And you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, hey, well, you know what's happening, man? You got in that underground work? how, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man. Ah, man, here comes such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you say no?
Well, we're happy that we have projects that people want to be a part of. You know, now we got brothers that I know, sisters that I know that are acting that know we're doing stuff, and we're able to have opportunities for them to get work. So, I think we have more projects on the way, and we're going to hopefully.
I'm putting my bid in now, bro.
keep people working.
Yeah, I'm John Legend. I'm putting my
Underground too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We got another project called The Infamous that's at A&E right now, and it's based here in L.A. during the '90s, kind of that same era as Straight Outta Compton, and so we'll have
And
a
that's
lot
yours
of,
as well?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I did a
executive
pilot
producing that
for
one,
my
too.
Big Boy, like a Big Boy neighborhood working pilot. Yeah, I did that like 3-4 years ago. No one's picked that up yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, you know what I'm saying? We working. You know what I'm saying? It's just that yours, what they call it in the business, is green light on what you're
Give
doing
me
right
the
now.
green light.
Got started.
Hey, brother. I didn't do that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Hey, John, you enjoy singing though, huh?
I do like singing.
love that,
It's
man.
fun. When I'm not on tour, when I'm on tour, my voice is so tired. When I come in here in the morning, I don't want to sing nothing.
Oh my God,
But,
we use and abuse you
but
too.
now-
You always
but
sound
now-
great.
But now I'm like, just working on the album, so my voice is nice and fresh.
How's the album coming along?
Oh, it's coming along beautifully.
Man, we got to
Yeah.
talk about that. Hold on. Now, John, you're talking about you working on the album. Are
Yes.
you releasing 2016?
Yes.
Possibly? Oh, wow.
I wanted it to come out in the fall, so we're trying to get it done by I like to get it done a little bit in advance. So
Are you in competition with yourself now? Now that we know that there's a catalog and there's so much great John legend, like, do you go in, not that I got to top this, but.
You know, I don't try to top individual songs or albums, but I do say I just want to make the best thing I've ever made. And I'm not like trying to line it up and say, well, this ballad has to be better than All of Me and this and that.
Oh my God.
But I just say I want the album to be the best album I've made.
Do you
every
ever
time.
trip John Legend that you created, or those are your songs? Like when you say a title,
yeah,
and then we think about the song, do you ever think like, damn, that's my record?
It's something special when you have a song that means a lot to people,
Yeah.
and I feel that when I sing Ordinary People, when I sing All of Me, when I sing So High, certain songs you can tell they mean a lot to a lot of people, and that's a special feeling, especially as a songwriter, knowing that you put all that effort into making it something special, and then when it really connects and you hear the whole crowd singing it, it's a nice feeling.
Does Queen Chrissy Teigen, does she know that you can sing? Are you a good singer to her?
Yes.
Okay. Because the reason
and it messes her up because now she scrutinizes everybody else's vocals too a little bit more than she
looks
might.
Too close to it.
Yeah, she's very skeptical of other singers now.
Man,
she notices everything.
Hey man, now do you sing to the Queen?
Sometimes, but she's a little bit jaded.
Oh, okay. Because John, I'm asking you this.
Everybody thinks like. Does he sing to you every night?
Yeah.
Well, she hears me sing all the time. She hears me sing at my shows. She hears me.
So she don't want you walking through the crib like, girl, I'm in love. Like, shut your
She's like,
ass
I'm watching Real Housewives. Chill.
Right? Like, please, scandal's on. Shut your ass up. John, stop in the shower. Why don't you be quiet? Go lip sync battle in the kitchen. Because my wife, people come up to us and they like, oh my God, you must laugh all the time. He's so funny. My wife like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm not just at the crib. I was like, yeah, phone taps, crack it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We go home to relax. We're not going home to work.
Right. You're not sitting there like, yeah, pepperoni, pizza. Here's the delivery address.
Exactly.
I heard that. Now, what about friends? Can you? And I asked you this before. Can you pop up to someone's wedding or a party and just like be a guest?
No.
Do you ever walk in somebody's place and they got a rented piano over there?
Like, oh, we just happen to have a piano here.
Man, this is crazy.
Stage.
You got your sheet music right in front of you.
Yeah, we even brought your sound guy.
Yeah, ain't this a coincidence? Look at this. All right, we got side fields and everything. Have you walked into somebody's party, or when was the last time you just took the mic and said, okay, yeah, all right.
Well,
and who was it for?
I don't do it often now because I sense when it's coming and I know how to avoid it.
Really though. So
if I'm going to my friend's wedding and I'm that close with them that I, booked Saturday in advance to go to their wedding,
right?
Which is a lot for me because we work on Saturdays,
yes,
as
sir.
you know. That's our job is to perform on the weekends pretty much. And so if I 6 months in advance reserve a Saturday to go to somebody's wedding, that means I'm close with them anyway.
Right.
And so I don't mind singing at someone that I'm that close
when you
to
know that it's coming, how did you deflect it? Like if you're at my party and I'm like, oh man, hey John, my wife, she really enjoyed.
Man, I start coughing, acting like little under the weather.
Like, man, got this itis. Like, you over the weather. You're over the weather. Stop lying to us.
When you did Finding Your Roots a few years back, did that help kind of have a connection with underground?
Oh man, the stories that I learned on Finding Your Roots, they told me about some of my ancestors, and some of them, of course, were slaves here in America, and they one of them. A group of them were freed by their master, and then they went up to Ohio, which is where I'm from. They went up to Ohio, and they got reclaimed by the kids of the master. So the master passed away, and he said when he died that he would free his slaves, and they were freed, and they got reclaimed by the kids of the master. And Ohio, the state, fought for their freedom in court. And I learned that story on Finding Your Roots.
Now, was that a real story, or did they try to spice it up?
Nah,
for the TV
that was
show?
real. It was real. And they do all the research and learn all these things about it, and it's pretty amazing to know those stories. And I was really connected with 12 Years a Slave when I saw that, because that was very similar to what happened to my ancestors. But the great thing about this story of the Underground Railroad is all of these people in this show are heroes. These slaves that decided they were going to go hundreds of miles, all this danger, all these obstacles in their way, and they decided they were going to march to freedom, and they did it.
Man.
Ooh.
Hey, man, were you, before you go in and you do that kind of trace, are you afraid sometimes of what you're going to find?
Well, I think knowing that you're black in America, you know what
you're going to find something.
You know you're going to find.
It's not going to be too many surprises.
Slaves, and that's why it was funny when the whole story came out about Ben Affleck. Like, if you grow up white in America, like, there's a good chance your parents were
somebody in the bloodline.
Somebody in the bloodline was somebody's master.
Right.
And that's just part of American history. And if we don't acknowledge that and understand that, and if we try to run from that history, then we won't ever learn from it.
Right. Do you ever find yourself making sure that you hire somebody Caucasian so you could tell them to do stuff? You know what I'm saying?
No, I do not.
Damn, water away from me. Go give me more water.
I'm not on a retribution plan.
Okay, all right, just checking. Well, neither am I. All right.
John, you recently went on a prison tour.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes.
I wanted to know.
Like performing at a prison?
Yeah, she
I
did.
performed at prisons. I visited, spoke with the prisoners.
I heard that.
And it's all part of our campaign. It's called Free America.
That's dope.
And Free America is about ending mass incarceration in America. And so we're the most incarcerated country in the world, and that impacts black and brown communities the most.
Say it.
And so we decided that we were going to do something about it. And so we started visiting these prisons. We started meeting with legislators, trying to change laws. And we've been working on that for the past couple years, basically, and making a lot of progress.
On the tour, did you meet anybody that impacted you or a story that you remember the most?
Oh, we meet so many people. We meet mothers that are separated from their kids because they have a drug problem. We meet people that have been locked up since they were teenagers, and they're just part of a cycle of abuse by the system. And we're just trying to change that cycle because so many times kids get broken by bad schools, bad neighborhoods, and other conditions that put them in a situation where they feel like they have to commit crime to survive, or that's the only way they feel like they can make it. And
why did you take that on personally?
Oh, man. Well, I've had those issues in my family.
Right.
I've had people in my community that have been locked up that I grew up in, and I knew I was blessed to be where I am. And I always felt like if I'm going to be blessed the way I am, I'm going to figure out a way to bless other people. And so that's what I'm working on now.
First time when I saw you today, I said congratulations to you, man. You about to be Papa Say, Papa Sa, Papa
Yeah, Papa Say, Papa Sa.
Hey, man, so not are you ready, but how excited are you for fatherhood?
I really am excited.
Yes,
man. And we don't really know what to do to get ready. We're just like, because you don't know
You
what it's
don't.
going to be like till it happens. But, we're trying to get all the merchandise you need in the house and all these other things that you need to make sure the baby's comfortable and everybody's comfortable. But it's crazy because we're under construction, too, at the same time at the house.
At the house?
Because we just bought a new place and we're trying to get it ready in time. So a lot's going on.
Did the president really offer you parenting advice?
A little bit. And, Chrissy was asking about naming advice. And it's funny because she only gave him one choice. So it's not like him be like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, her name is going to be Boom. Oh, okay. So do y'all have a name yet? Y'all haven't released the name to the public?
No, we haven't released a name.
Okay.
We haven't decided.
Oh, you have,
honestly.
but you got like a couple.
We have a few in the cooker. Yeah.
Really though. What about Esoterica?
Esoterica.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
pretty.
man.
Oh,
I like
Think
that.
about that one, man.
Nobody will understand it.
No.
Right, you know what I'm
Only
saying?
a few.
There it is. See, there it is. And I was trying to tell my homie Fuzzy to name his first daughter, his princess, Esoterica. He didn't do it. He named her Parker instead. You know what I'm saying? Parker J. But, you know.
Yeah.
So Esoterica is still out there.
Boring.
You know what I'm saying? Esoterica legend. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's got a ring to
Yeah,
it.
Esoterica legend. Think about it, bro.
I will discuss it with the wife.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Call her up right now, man. Call her and see if we can get this going.
Esoterica.
So are you guys doing a baby shower? Do y'all do?
We did one in New
So
York.
y'all did it?
We did
saw.
one in New York, but we are going to do one in LA as well.
I would
because
rather you not do one in LA.
We're a bi-coastal family, so
You know what I'm saying? I would rather you not do one in LA.
why not?
You know why? Because there's obligations. And then I feel a certain way when people say, oh, it was this weekend. Did you go? I'm like, no, I missed it. You know what I'm saying? So it's better that you had that one in New York, and let's not do anything in LA.
You know, Chrissy would be happy if we didn't have it. I think she
Yeah.
doesn't like all the fuss
There it
about
is.
about her and about her being pregnant.
What do
but,
you
but
get?
all of her friends want to throw them,
Right.
and they love her, and they want to shower her.
What
with
do
love.
I get baby? I don't know the name, but
Baby.
You know what
I
I'm
tell
saying?
them, Chrissy just tells them to bring a book for the baby,
I heard
something
that.
for us to read to
So
the
you're
baby.
gonna have
because
45,000 books.
Yeah,
A whole library.
we'd rather have a bunch of books because everything else so many companies send us free stuff and we don't need it. We're gonna give most of it away anyway.
Right.
So I'm just like, don't have to buy us, a stroller. Don't buy us anything like that. We'll be fine. And then just get books for the baby.
Let me tell you the twist that y'all should do.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Everyone that want to send you something, you should send us something.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Pay
know what
it
I'm saying?
forward.
Pay it forward. And then we didn't stop at us, though.
To the needy big boy.
Yeah, the fun. You know what I'm saying? And then when I see you, I be like, man, I can't believe that Kanye and Kim sent us a Bentley. But what? Yeah, so books is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And paying it forward, kind of.
Yes.
Like someone sent me one time, man. They was like, man, I didn't know what to get you, so they planted a tree in my name.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was like, dude, I've never had that before.
Yeah.
And that's a gift of life that just keep on giving.
Yes, yes.
And I told him straight up, I said, hey, man, I said, if you ever do this shit again,
Hey.
and don't send me something materialistic.
You said it was
I
pretty.
told him, I said, it's going to be a problem. Don't be planting no trees and giving me no card.
We have an olive tree, I think.
That someone donated to you guys?
Yes.
Ah, damn, because I was going to flip this tree in your
Chrissy's
name.
birthday present or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah. Do you know what an olive tree is at? Like, I would have to travel to go
I
see
think
my
it's
tree.
in Italy.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, what the hell?
But it gives us an excuse to go to Italy.
Can't even water
To go
it.
see your tree.
Fancy.
Yeah,
You get there, you don't even know your tree is at.
Right.
I know.
It's that one.
Find out it was a Nigerian scam. Excuse me, there's no tree here.
We have an elephant in Kenya.
Yeah,
too.
see what I'm saying? Now you got to go to Kenya to ride the elephant. You're starting to get more expensive than just somebody sending you some razors. John Legend, you and Chrissy Teigen, you guys got a little bit of flack for the, what is the IVF?
IVF,
Like
yes.
just picking the sex. We're in a sign at a time.
Yeah.
And could you understand why it was so important to other people?
I think people don't understand IVF. First of all, a lot of people go through it because, sometimes it's not easy to conceive the natural way. So a lot of people go through IVF. And so when you go through IVF, you're dealing with your doctor and there are, you have these embryos and the doctor runs tests on them to make sure they're going to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And they're chromosomal tests. And part of the testing, one of the byproducts of that is that you find out what the sex of those embryos are. And the doctor says, I can either tell you or I can not tell you, but I know what they are.
Right.
So either he tells you or he doesn't tell you, or she tells you or she doesn't tell you, but they know what it is. So we figured we might as well know too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't want nobody looking at you like, oh, I know. You're like, no, man, tell me.
So if
Like, don't do no
if our doctor was
poker
going to
face on
know,
me.
if our doctor was going to know, we said we might as well know too.
All righty.
Yeah.
And so you guys are having a little.
We're having a girl. Yeah.
Go ahead. now.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
She's going to be
Man.
beautiful.
Yes,
I just-
we hope so.
She's trying to get tickets
Both
to
of
your
you and
Chrissy's
Chrissy
like-
are like good-looking
Chrissy
people.
says it's a lot of pressure though, because everybody thinks she's going to be so cute. What if she's not that cute?
I think she'll be
She'll
cute.
still be beautiful.
Every baby's not that cute.
Don't
just
say
said
that
that.
while you're pregnant, though. You're supposed to say that afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah.
Let's just hope that she's healthy, and that's all we're focused on.
Really though. Now,
Yes.
so how many kids do you think that you'll have? Like,
We
are
want
you
a
one
few.
and done? Or,
We
okay.
want a few, probably 3 or 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you like your kids to be in the entertainment industry? If they desire, or do you Papa Joe Jackson them and
I'm
make
not
them
going to
practice?
try to force them on it, but I do think it's good for them to grow up with the arts.
Yeah,
And
man.
so I want them to.
Will they play piano?
I want them to be creative, take some kind of lesson. You know,
heard
if it's
that.
not piano, dance, whatever it is, I want them to have that as part
When
of who
did you
they are.
start playing piano? Because we saw a picture of you, and there's a lot of kids.
Mhm.
Like when I saw the picture, I was like, man, it was destined.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of kids next
lot
to
of kids
piano
take
that
piano
didn't do
lessons.
nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I was one of them.
I started when I was 4.
That's
I started when I was
crazy.
4 years old. Yeah.
Do you play any other instrument either as well or
No, not even close. I tried to take guitar lessons, but every time I start, I get
the
distracted.
finger thing too? Do you get through the finger
It's
thing?
hard. You get calluses, and
Yeah.
and it's hard because you're so good at another instrument. It takes too much patience to try
Right.
to ramp up as an adult on another instrument.
Yeah, man. See, I'm a trumpet player. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh,
hey.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
get down. You
babe.
ever heard of a song called Hot Cross Buns?
No.
Yeah, that's one of the first songs they teach you on trumpet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the only one I can play.
How's it go?
It goes. Dun, 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 dun. That's it,
Ooh,
man.
I
thought
love
it was
it.
like
Hot
3
cross
blind
buns.
mice.
Yeah, that's
3
how-
blind mice.
Oh yeah. Well,
See how they run.
well, to to an unprofessional ear like yours, it may sound like that, John Legend. Maybe it was 3 blind mice. And all this time since I was 9 years old, I thought it was hot cross
You just weren't
buns.
paying attention.
Yeah, damn public school. Did you go to private school?
I went to public school most of the
Well,
time.
I can't blame it on that.
I
then.
was private school for 2 years, homeschool for a couple years, and then public school.
Now, with your homeschooling years, like how old were you?
It was like off and on throughout elementary school.
Really? Now, why homeschool?
My parents, well, they were very religious, and a lot of the homeschool movement is like evangelical Christians that want to control the moral upbringing of their kid more so, and not have them exposed to the public school. And so they had us in a Christian school for a couple years, but they couldn't afford it anymore, and so they brought us home. And then they got divorced, so that kind of fell apart.
Right. So going back to this public school.
We went to public school after that.
Man, so when you're at school, and is there anyone that know you from the early days that's either with you now, or do you run into people and they're like, man,
well, I have family
knew it.
around all the time, of course, and they know me from the early days. But we have friends from my hometown that we're still cool with that know me from the early days. But
do they always do the I knew it's?
Oh yeah,
man, I knew it, man.
I knew you was gonna be.
I told you, man.
I told you.
You got $10 on it, John? You got $10 on it?
John, you're a big Obama supporter.
Yeah.
What do you think of the chaos that's going on with this election right now?
Oh man,
my gosh.
Oh man, I'm worried.
I know, man.
Aren't we all? Or most of us are.
I think as long as Hillary or Bernie wins, I think we'll be fine.
Do you trip off of how far Donald Trump has gone?
Yes, it is surprising in a way, but I think a lot of what he's saying, especially all the racist stuff, like we just have to know that there's a significant percentage, especially of people on the Republican side, that agree with him, and it's enough to help him win.
Man, have you ever met Donald Trump before all this?
Yeah, I met him very briefly. I never really had a real conversation with him. I was already mad at him once he started that birther stuff with Obama.
Yeah, with Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was the beginning of his, well, actually he was doing stuff before that too, with the young men that got accused of rape in New York.
Right.
So he's been doing little things along the way. And then if you go back in his history, it's like Donald Sterling. They were discriminating in the way they were renting out housing.
Right.
They were marking the applications
Like when people left.
of black and brown people and saying,
right,
nah, don't rent to them. So his history of being a racist runs deep.
Man.
So
and just with it being an election year, and I always tell cats, I'm like, people, I don't vote. Like, man, if you don't vote, someone's gonna vote for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because cats
And you
are gonna
can't say everybody's the same.
right.
You gotta honestly, you gotta pick the lesser of two evils, because if you don't, then you're voting for the worst of two
Right.
evils.
Now, John Legend, can you go, like, say for instance, there was a concert going on tonight.
Yeah.
Are you famous enough not to have a ticket and just walk in there, like if you and Chrissy are rolling, you're like,
I
oh
have
man,
not
Madonna's
tried that.
Let's try it, man. There's a show that's going down tomorrow night. I want you to roll with
we
you.
can make a call in advance and
man.
get in just about anywhere, but we don't try to just walk up.
You should try that,
That's
man.
very
do,
presumptuous.
You should do Kobe's last game. See if you guys can
Let's
walk
go
right
to
in
Kobe's last game together. No tickets. Let's just walk up, but you walk in front.
We'll be behind you, bro.
I think Big Boy's a bigger LA celebrity
You
than I
crazy
am.
as hell, brother. There ain't nowhere in the world, not even in my own house, to my own kids, am I bigger than John Legend. You don't have to lie to kick it with me. But I'll do that like, hey, I got John Legend here.
Yeah, man, easy.
Like, how many we need, John? Yeah, we're going to need 4 of them. Because I remember, man, I went to go see you and Sade in concert, bro. And I had never seen Sade.
Yeah.
And that concert was magical, bro.
Together?
Yes.
Same night, all in one night.
Did
Staples.
you? That had to be
great.
crazy for you as well, because I'm pretty sure you're a Sade
Of
fan.
course I'm a
as
fan.
you're growing up.
Yeah, I've been a fan for a long time, and she doesn't tour that often.
Right.
And it was a perfect timing for me to go on the road with her, and I had such a great time every night.
Damn, man,
Yeah.
I
So
It was
dope.
really enjoyed that. They said she was hard for you to tour with. Like you had a little room and. No,
Nah,
I'm just playing. Look at
she treated me very well.
Really though,
Yes.
you know what's a trip about Sade? You never just see her out.
No,
like
she-
TMZ
well, she's
not
in
running
England.
up on her, but they got TMZ England or and they paparazzi.
She doesn't
crazy
live.
over there
She
too.
doesn't live in the city though. She lives
That's
out.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you don't see her until she want to be seen.
Yeah.
You know, does
And
TMZ
she come out and sell out everywhere.
everywhere, bro?
Yeah.
We waiting on it now.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We still years off before
Yeah.
she come out again.
Exactly.
Does the paparazzi like all that? Does that get in your way sometimes?
You just get so used to it, and you just know that you don't have private moments once you leave the house.
Wow.
And it sounds bad, but as long as you ain't doing nothing
Crazy.
crazy, then it's like it's just part of the scenery.
You know, it's
You
a
know?
trip with me, man. Like, I'll have cats from TMZ. They'll come up like, big boy, and they'll ask me something. Then I'll watch the show, and they never air it.
Yeah.
You know?
I-
or you get cats where they do like the
Sometimes
balance with their camera. They just taking pictures to balance it also. They can take pictures of the real
Come
stars
on.
when they come.
Sometimes I'll intentionally just not say anything interesting so it don't make the show.
Right. What about, have you ever been on a red carpet and they tell you to keep going? Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, well, they
Oh, come on, no way, bro.
No, what
Well,
has happened to me?
When my career first started,
Okay.
there was always somebody before me or after me that was more important. So
But see, what I'm asking, my career didn't just start. You know what I'm saying?
Established.
Like,
You know,
they're
the
like,
biggest-
big, please.
the biggest
keep going."
difference though is me and Chrissy, because they want to see us together
Right.
more than they
Oh.
want to see me by myself. So
Who do you think is
So-
the biggest
Chrissy
star?
Chrissy, especially for photographers, they care
Okay.
more about women's fashion and they care more about how she looks than they care about how I look.
Did she ever
Because
hit you
we
with-
all, like Chris Rock said in his monologue, we all wear basically
Yeah,
the
we
same
the same
thing.
do she ever hit you with are you going out like that?
What do you mean?
Like-
oh yeah,
like, do you
are
ever
you
just
wearing
wanna
that
put on-
outfit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like-
a couple times.
You know they're not gonna be
I love it.
Like, yeah, they-
That's a good woman.
A
Right
couple times, but I dress well, so I know what to do most
Go
of the
ahead
time.
now.
But occasionally she's like, okay,
Interesting.
And then-
like,
and then I'm like, okay, I'll change.
yeah, you're making a statement tonight, huh? Yeah, you're making a statement tonight.
Did she have to convince you to do lip sync battle?
Yes,
How much? Because you were great.
I wasn't sure what I could do that would be fun and good, and then I decided I'm only going to rap and I'm not going to sing.
Go ahead now.
So I decided to do Juvenile and Hammer,
Ooh.
and
The hammer was hilarious.
It was so good.
Because if you're gonna go on the show, you just gotta be happy to make a fool of yourself and just have fun with it.
You know what I love about that show, man?
Yeah.
The first weekend I saw it, it seemed like it just came out.
Yeah.
And I got on the phone with LL, and I was like, man, what is this? So on and so forth.
Yeah.
And the caliber of stars
Yes.
that they got on that show
Yeah.
after that conversation
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes.
So nuts.
Yes.
Like, man, and I'm thinking when I first saw it, I was like, oh, okay, this is a cool show. But now it's like,
It's so
they done had
huge.
everybody on there.
And now they're doing a junior version for
I saw
for
that, yeah.
Nickelodeon, I think
Oh,
it is.
my God.
And then
bro.
they're doing it internationally with different celebrities from that country hosting it. And it's such a huge franchise
The
now.
things I pass on. Man.
Yeah, man.
You know
The
what?
things I pass
You know what?
on,
The
John.
thing that people love about it is they love seeing their favorite celebrities.
Right.
They love seeing them doing a song that they already love as well.
Mhm.
So it's got that karaoke vibe, but it's also their celebrities making a fool of themselves. And then the celebrities love doing it because they love being seen in a different light
Right.
than what they normally
And they
are
do it
seen.
well with wardrobe and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
though.
They go all out. They got money now, man.
They always look like
Yeah.
they're having the best time of their lives.
Yes,
It's
it really
so
is
good.
fun. It really is fun. Chrissy loves doing it too.
And early on, the people that said yes, because now you see the track record, you're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
But the early on people that said
Yeah.
yes took not that they took a risk, but it was like, man.
Well, it started on Fallon, if you remember, when they were still on the 12:30 show. It started there. They started doing it as a skit, and then it's transitioned from that skit to the show.
But who was doing it on Fallon? But it was a Fallon bit, right?
It was a bit, and some of the guests would come on and do
Right.
it. So like Emma Stone did it.
She
and-
was the best when
Yeah.
she was. Oh, she was really good
Yeah.
on that one.
Man, like I said, the things I pass up on, bro.
Yeah.
They
Then
didn't
who put
offer
you
it
on
to me.
Big?
You just passed
Okay,
on it?
okay, I love that. And I love you for saying they need to put me on there. But let's just run through it. It's just a couple. Beyonce,
Yeah.
John Legend,
Yeah.
Channing
Common,
Blake
Bieber,
Channing and
Yeah.
Big Boy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Me
I like
too.
it.
I'm down with it.
You're talented.
I would probably
babe.
record it.
I'll put in a.
Yeah, you will watch it.
I'll put in a request.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
And
have
replay
Chrissy
it.
take that over to the top. All right. Season 12, it'd be like, might as well. Might as well.
Final year.
Yeah. Like, here's an
About to
old
end.
school song. It's Big Boy doing future commas.
I gotta tell you the
I had
story,
to stop
John.
him.
I remember I took my ex to your concert one time.
Was
I think
much
it was-
taller than
it was,
him, but
yeah,
anyway.
way much
Way
taller than me,
taller.
right? But I'm sitting there and I take her and she's so excited and she stands up the whole time and I'm just looking at her. Her eyes are glossy. She's crying. She's just like mesmerized by you. You're like on your piano. There's a spotlight. I'm sitting there like, dude.
Like, how do I compete against
What
this?
am I even doing here? And then I remember looking up at the Jumbotron and his face is there and he's glowing, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is this guy glowing and he's sweating?
Glowing.
And then
Hey,
I'm
dude.
stuck there standing up looking at this guy at the Jumbotron just like,
Hey, dude, on
and he's
the
like
real.
an angel.
And you got some that night, right?
Yes, I did.
But
They're
let
like,
me tell you though.
Don't be mad.
But what is she thinking about?
Exactly,
When
bro.
she like,
Yeah,
don't
listen
go
to him.
home and do it to me
Exactly.
after a John Legend show.
Exactly, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Good
just
loving.
trying to be helpful.
No.
Just be
Nah,
thankful.
man.
Because
Be
I remember,
thankful you got
dude,
some.
I think I got the Sade tickets. I don't know, but we were in the front row.
Ooh.
My
Damn.
wife loved Sade. I got
Yes.
front row seats. And I remember when you were going on, it was at one point, I was just like, I wanted to say, hey, the fuck off the stage. I don't need nobody being mesmerized looking at nobody.
But she knew you was about to be mesmerized by Sade too. You know.
I just wanted to, I was like, hey, if we're going to do anything tonight, don't make it be these slow songs. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do it to me, let's
You want
just...
that Moms Over Baghdad playing?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Do it to me just because. Don't let nobody get you in the mood, and then you know what I'm
It's a
saying.
pity
See,
sex.
I was using John to like get a boy's attention because I knew there was a guy that worked in this building that liked you, and I liked your music too. But every time he would work next to me, I would always make sure to play your music
wow.
louder, and he'd come over and be
See?
like, "Oh, is that John?" And I'd be, "Of course it is."
I'm just bringing
being
people
used.
together.
Yeah, you are.
Man,
We
yeah,
need
you are.
procreation on this.
Yeah.
earth.
Yeah, bro. And you have been do you ever knock it down to your own music?
No.
Yes, you have.
No.
Just
no.
once.
You never.
Bruh.
Is
I
that
didn't
weird?
accidentally.
I don't do it.
Is it weird that we have?
I don't listen to myself though.
Really though?
Once the album's done, I don't listen to it.
Let me tell you what I
Oh,
did one
man.
night, man. And please don't nobody judge me for this.
Oh,
It's a
man.
real
Okay.
story.
Okay.
I dressed up as a slave, and me and my wife did it to glory.
Oh.
No, babe,
Yeah.
that's a
Shut the
lie.
hell up,
That's
bro.
not
You're
right.
For real, man.
He's a liar.
For
He's
real.
a liar.
And then
You're a liar.
I got up and I ran through the backyard and I just started running out in the bushes. And, oh yeah, yeah,
I
man.
don't believe
Glory
it.
is about Dr. Martin Luther King. It wasn't even a slave era song.
Don't even. You looking too far into it.
Thank
You know what I'm saying? You looking too far into it. That's what I was saying. Then I ran back in dressed as Martin Luther King.
It's a
Drop your
time
speech.
portal.
He had a
Yeah.
full suit on.
Yeah, there it is right there. I was like, man, it was a whole.
I have a dream today.
Yeah, it was a whole twist that I put to it. Hey man, this is what I need you to do,
That's
brother.
so hilarious.
Can you sing a little bit of glory for me?
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours. It will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I need you to roll to my crib real quick, and we need to do that at the house. You know, anything else anybody want to hear before we get them out of here? Can you do a little ordinary people with us?
We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. 'Cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, this time we'll take it slow.
Damn, man.
My heart.
Jesus Christ, brother. Let me tell. Anybody ever tell you sound a little bit like John Legend?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
was
John, you have an amazing
People
voice,
say that
bro.
to me in the airport. Anybody tell you ever look like John Legend?
Right? Yeah.
I'm
Are
like-
you?
I'm like all the time.
Are
Did they ever
you?
confuse you with someone else?
Common.
Really though?
Yes.
You're getting all the light skinned blacks mixed
Yeah.
up. Huh?
Yes.
What about? Have you ever got?
John Mayer?
No.
Some people don't think I look like him. Obviously, I think they
Just the name?
They just get the names confused.
Oh my God, it's John Mayer.
Yes.
Look at this over here.
John
Some,
Mellencamp.
some people say John Lennon. Just I think a mispronunciation.
You ever got off the airplane or something? And,
Usher one time too.
Mm.
A few times, Usher.
They weren't black, right?
Oh, another one, the funniest one. Old white lady at a like a fundraiser type event, and she's like, "I'm so happy to meet you."
Man, do you let her know, or you just like, "Hey, pleasure to meet you too"?
I'm just like, "I'm happy to meet you too."
And she left. She's like, "Oh my God, I met him today. He was so nice. You could have dirty Pharrell's name up that day. You could have, because you could have been like, get away from me, you old bitch." Big Boy's Neighborhood, John Legend up in here, man. Don't forget, every Wednesday night, WGN, it is going down underground. Pleasure to see you in here, my brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Man, you're always a great interview.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you, brother.
Always have fun.
Thank you, my brother. And God willing, we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
All righty, man. And congratulations to you and the Queen.
Thank you.
You know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying? And we know that there's many things, executive producers, singer, everything that you do. That one title when it's dad,
Yes.
it's amazing, brother.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, man. And
I can't wait.
man, you're a great person, and if you're a great person, it sounds like you'll be a great father.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for coming in. John Legend up in here, y'all. Big
Thank you.
Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.